I am Scarlett Woods. I'm the compliance manager at GOHS. Again, I want to just reiterate what the director said. We really appreciate all of you being here. This is our mission. And if you've read the RFP, which we're going to talk about here shortly, I hope you have read it. You noticed at the end of it there is a flyer, if you will, on the safe system. And safe system pushes us to eliminate serious injuries and fatalities on the roads. And so the director tasked us a couple years ago to look at our mission statement at the time, which said reduce injuries and fatalities, and he wanted it changed. And so now we're working along with other states to eliminate serious injuries and fatalities. That is our main goal. So, as you will notice, and I'm just going to go ahead and preface this before we even get started, throughout the slide, this is a gigantic screen, which you all are going to appreciate later when we start showing you the intricacies of our grants program, our grants system. But everything that we're going to show you today, you can see on this on this page in our website. So if you QR code it, the presentation's there, the RFP's there, problem identification statement is there. Everything that we're showing you today, you can access through this QR code. It's also on your agenda for today if you need it when you get back later. Okay, the RFP. Has everyone, you know what, I'm not even going to ask that question because I know the answer, if you've read this or not, so I'm just going to go through just some highlights of it, just so that you are understand. This is what these applications are guided by, is this request for proposal. So if it says your grant application must be at least $10,000 and it can't go over $375,000, don't submit us an application for $400,000. Okay, it's between $10,000 and $375,000. Okay, so the page 3 is the problem identification, and I mentioned earlier that it's on that QR code as well. Okay, this is the state problem. So when you get to doing your application and it requests for the problem identification of state and local data, we've already given you the state data. Hint, hint. Okay, so it's on this page, on the QR code. It's a Word document. It'll be easy for you to access if you need it. Program areas. These are the areas that we have funding for. So if your problem fits into one of these categories, such as occupant protection programs, teen traffic safety, law enforcement, non-motorized, older drivers, we have funding for you. So you will just need to explain what your problem is. Okay, program parameters. So we're going to really go in depth on this part of it today, throughout the day, out the morning. So I'm not going to really talk about it right now, but our team will present it to you as the morning goes on. All right, eligibility criteria. This is what I was talking about, $10,000 to $375,000. Those are our funding requirements. Don't submit us something for $450,000. No, because we're not even going to look at that. You must be willing to demonstrate You must demonstrate your willingness and ability to accept and implement the planned programs by showing staffing, equipment, office space, and other resources that will be dedicated. So there is a section in the application that talks about what you're going to be able to provide and what you need. You must be willing to agree to submit reports and claims in a timely manner. That's once a month. And I think that's what the director was talking about when he said he appreciates your dedication to being here. That shows that you guys have buy-in by driving in this mess to get here. Programs planned should be necessary programs that will reach the goals stated. Programs that are nice, quote, nice or feel good, or evaluated anecdotal comments should not be proposed. We had one a couple years ago that says, imagine driving down the road in a dark, unlit city street. Rain was falling down on your headlights. So just give us the data, okay? Let's see. Nonprofits, there are some GOHS requirements, and that's all listed within the application itself, so you just have to agree to those. Any letters of support have to be dated within 2 years, so a letter of support for 10 years ago, there's no need to even submit that. So applications are given, once they're submitted, they're assigned to a review team, and for new applications, which is where yours will be categorized, they will receive 3 evaluators. Two of them will be GOHS staff members, and then one will be an external evaluator, so that we get the outside review of something as well. They must receive a final rating of 70%. So, and that's just based on the average review scores of the 3. Let's see. All right, and then we talk about safe system approach, like I said, and you can read about that if you haven't already within the RFP. I'm going to be dealing with that. You're already here, so you know about registration. And then throughout the morning, the team members will be going through a lot of the attachments that were with the RFP, so I'm not gonna do with those. Make sure you read this and look at the requirements, the parameters, just so that you know when you're ready to submit that you've met everything. Here we go. Here's my reminder to remind you to read it several times. Okay, so we receive funding from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to promote the development and implementation of innovative programs to address highway safety problems. These applications must be data-driven. Remember I said nice or feel good really isn't what we're looking for. We're looking for applications that show us that your community has a problem, that you've tried to correct the problem, but you've not been able to. The activities that you're going to do to correct the problem, and the funding you need to do the activities to correct the problem. So that's how the application kind of works through. Okay, what is needed? You need obviously read all the sections of the RFP. There must be a need, and it must align with the state highway safety plan targets, which are all on our website as well. Be prepared to clearly define the problem. We need your SAM UEI number, which is the unique entity identifier. Katie's going to talk about that agency information sheet here shortly, which is what the SAM and the FEI number are needed for. And they must be filed electronically in our grant management system. I will tell you, if you've submitted an application in previous years through our agency, we have gone to a new grant management system, and I will be very honest with everyone, we are still learning ourselves, but if you do, along the process of submitting your application, have any issues with the program, please let us know. I don't know if I have cards or not, but our Deputy Director, Jimmy Sumner, his email address is in the RFP. If you need help, you can reach out to him, and he will make sure to get it to the person who can help. Okay, right now we have 2 available opportunities. The general application 2025, that is probably what most of you will apply under. And the other one is the young adults, which are colleges and universities. Do we have any colleges or universities represented? Okay, good. So yours will be a young adults 2025, but everybody else will go under the general application. You will see one that is a traffic enforcement network when you go to apply for your application. Those are through our law enforcement liaison program, and those grants fund our regional outreach through law enforcement. So that is not going to be anybody in this room, correct, Roger? No 10s here?
That's correct.
Yeah. So again,
Not including traffic enforcement network.
right. It is general application. All right, and here's our program areas. I'm not going to go through them all. Okay, now what? Who's going to be assigned to be the project director? This is going to be the person who creates the application and basically manages it throughout the application and, if awarded, the grant. What can be done to eliminate the problem? So be thinking about what your problem is and what your plan is to correct that problem. And how will the progress of the project be monitored? So we require monthly claims and progress reports. So is your activity going to be monthly, or is it going to be quarterly? Or if it's something that's just going to be done once a year? And then you need your budget, obviously. And are you willing to accept and implement the project? And can you adhere to our GOHS requirements, which the grant terms and conditions are within the application. So, and you'll be able to print those out if they need to go to your legal folks at your agency. All right, any questions on the RFP directly?